how are you doing? It's Alan here from Look for Warriors. I'm watching Ricky Gervais. It's very, very interesting. It's talking about Afterlife. Afterlife is a great, absolute masterpiece of a series, I guess you'd call it, on Netflix. And what Ricky Gervais says, it just bowled me over. He was talking about writing the series, and what he says is, what would happen? It's about a guy whose life partner, soulmate, has died, and he basically wants to kill himself, but he doesn't do it. He just plods on. And he gave this amazing thought in an interview, Ricky Gervais did, and I've heard this kind of idea from people like Anthony DeMello in the past, and maybe other spiritual leaders. But what Ricky Gervais says is, what would happen if you lost everything? If you lost absolutely everything, nothing else, and you were just, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm not going to kill myself, I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to carry on and just do whatever I want, say whatever I want, do whatever I want. And I've always got suicide to fall back on, that was the item that just bowled me over. You've always got suicide to fall back on. It's amazing. It's an amazing expression. You've always got suicide to fall back on. So you're going to take this day today, and you're going to do whatever the hell you want, say whatever the hell you want, and live your life as you want today. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It doesn't matter. And you don't care what anyone thinks, anyone says. We're all wrapped up in this, what do people think of me right now in social media? What do they think of my social media profile? What do they think of my Instagram? What do they think of my Facebook? It doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I think it was Anthony DeMello who I heard this from originally. Could have been someone else. But it was like, well, would they go to your funeral? Would they go? Maybe it was John O'Keefe. Would they go to your funeral? If you died tomorrow, would they take a day off work and put on a black suit and go to your funeral? And if they wouldn't, why do you care what they think or what they say? They're not important. If they wouldn't go to your funeral, they're not that important. And I've taken that into my head, and I've extended that out to, hey, I don't really care. I hope that everything's great for you and I want the best for you, but I'm not going to change how I act based on your opinions or how you feel. I'm going to be what I am. And this is what Ricky Gervais is talking about. What would happen? What would happen if you'd nothing left to lose? If you'd lost it all? And I've gone through distant parts of my life, and the funny thing is, when you live like that for a little while, you start getting stuff that you care about, and then you come out of it again. So what would happen if you had nothing left to lose? If you knew you always had suicide to fall back on, you can do that tomorrow, you can try that tomorrow. But today, I'm going to live a full life. And I'm going to do what I choose to do and say what I choose to say. And people will like it or they won't like it. But they'll get the authentic me either way. What would happen? What would that be like? And that's something that I like to remind myself of every now and again. Just to remind myself of, I'm pretty good. I'm usually pretty direct, I'm usually pretty authentic, and I'm usually pretty who I am. But we all go through cycles. And sometimes you're more careful than others. So it's nice, I just find for myself, it's nice to remind myself of that every now and again. Who would I be if I didn't care what anyone said, if I didn't care what anyone thought? If I just said what I wanted to say, who would I be? This has been Alan here from Look for Warriors. I want you to subscribe to this channel. and hit the like button and put in a comment. Tell me your thoughts about who you'd be if you didn't care what anyone thought, anyone said. You cared about social media.